Welcome to the Gut Protocol.
If you make good decisions today, that you can start to improve your brain within 2 months.
What if I told you that your daily drinks are quietly changing the shape and speed of your brain? Dr. Daniel Amen has spent more than 30 years studying this through over 250,000 brain SPECT scans, the largest functional brain imaging database of its kind in the world. These scans reveal something most people never think about. Some everyday drinks accelerate brain aging, while others help keep it young, focused, and resilient. In this video, you'll discover 3 drinks Dr. Amen repeatedly warns against, and 3 drinks he recommends to protect your brain, based on what these scans actually show.
Let's start with the bad news. 3 drinks Dr. Amen repeatedly warns us to avoid. And the first one is alcohol.
I've seen thousands of scans of drinkers, and they're not healthy. I want to live a long time with my brain intact. I actually did a show called The Truth About Drinking that won an Emmy Award many years ago, where we took a young kid who was drinking a lot, got him sober, and then got him drunk. And we scanned him drunk, and his frontal lobes went away. Why do you care? The front part of your brain, things like focus, forethought, judgment, impulse control, organization, planning, empathy, you want all those things.
Dr. Amen's warning about alcohol isn't based on opinion. It's based on what he's seen again and again on brain scans. After reviewing hundreds of thousands of SPECT scans, his team noticed a clear pattern. Alcohol consistently reduces blood flow to the brain. And when blood flow goes down, the brain begins to age faster. On scans, alcohol users often show dark, underactive areas, especially in the frontal lobes, the part of the brain responsible for judgment, self-control, focus, and emotional balance. That's why alcohol doesn't just change how you feel in the moment, it can slowly change how your brain functions over time. What's striking is that independent research backs this up. Large studies have found that even so-called moderate drinking is linked to brain shrinkage, particularly in memory-related areas like the hippocampus, with no clear protective benefit. Alcohol also interferes with the brain's ability to repair itself. It increases inflammation, disrupts sleep, and suppresses the growth of new brain cells, the very processes the brain relies on to stay sharp and resilient as we age. That's why Dr. Amen is so blunt about it. Alcohol isn't helping your brain relax, it's making it work harder to recover. Drink number 2 is sugary drinks and soda, even so-called zero drinks. The second drink Dr. Amen warns about is one many people don't even think twice about.
I wouldn't have drank diet soda like it was my best friend. I used to think diet soda was free, right? I mean, it's like no calories. But the aspartame, what we know now with sucralose, is really bad. So there's a brand new study out looking at sugar, sucralose or Splenda, and stevia. They did brain scans and cognitive tests. Stevia, nothing happened before or after. It seemed actually pretty safe. Sugar, new learning dropped. Splenda was the worst. New learning dropped, long-term memory dropped, and you got a surge of slow frontal lobe activity, which means it deactivated your frontal lobes. And the yellow packets are everywhere.
Sugary drinks, including soda, sweetened juices, and energy drinks, create chaos in the brain. They cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by sharp crashes. And the brain doesn't like extremes. It runs best on steady, stable energy. Over time, these sugar spikes increase inflammation and reduce blood flow, 2 things Dr. Amen repeatedly sees on brain scans in people with poor brain health. But here's where many people get caught off guard. Switching to diet or zero sugar drinks doesn't necessarily fix the problem. Dr. Amen often warns about artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose. Even without sugar, these chemicals can still confuse the brain and body, triggering insulin responses, disrupting gut bacteria, and increasing inflammation, which indirectly affects brain function. Some studies have linked high intake of diet sodas to higher risks of stroke, dementia, and cognitive decline, suggesting that zero sugar doesn't always mean zero impact on the brain. That's why Dr. Amen says the problem isn't just calories, it's that the brain was never designed for liquid sugar, real or artificial. So while soda and diet drinks may feel like an easy boost or a harmless swap, over time they leave the brain more tired, more inflamed, and more vulnerable. As Dr. Amen puts it, your brain isn't designed for liquid sugar, or fake sugar either.
Drink number 3 Dr. Amen warns about might surprise you, because for many people it feels completely harmless. Coffee.
Anything that messes with sleep or blood flow to the brain, I'm not a fan. Brand new research, if you have 6 cups a day, that goes with big trouble. If you have 1 cup a day, it's probably not a big deal, but less clearly is better because caffeine is addictive. When people stop, they get withdrawal symptoms and headaches. There are just better things to do to give you better energy, especially making sleep a priority in your life.
Dr. Amen doesn't say coffee is evil, but he consistently warns that too much caffeine overstimulates the brain. Caffeine increases alertness by blocking adenosine, the chemical that helps your brain relax. In small amounts, that can feel great, but in excess, it pushes the brain into a constant fight or flight state. On brain scans, Dr. Amen often sees patterns linked to overstimulation, reduced focus, increased anxiety, and poor emotional regulation. And there's a bigger problem most people miss. Caffeine, especially later in the day, disrupts sleep, even if you think you sleep fine. And poor sleep is one of the fastest ways to age the brain. Dr. Amen often reminds patients that sleep is when the brain clears toxins, repairs itself, and consolidates memory. So when caffeine interferes with sleep, the brain doesn't get a chance to recover. That's why he encourages people to pay attention to how caffeine affects them personally, especially those with anxiety, ADHD, high stress, or insomnia. In other words, coffee isn't the enemy, but chronic overstimulation is. And for many brains, too much caffeine quietly pushes them past that line.
Now for the good news. There are also 3 drinks Dr. Amen actually recommends for the brain. And the first one may surprise you. It still contains caffeine, but in a very different way. Herbal tea, especially green tea.
Herbal tea, green tea, black tea. Green tea seems to have more benefits because green tea, yes, a little bit of caffeine, about half as much as coffee, but it also has theanine, which helps you relax and focus. I'm a huge fan of green tea for that reason.
One of the drinks Dr. Amen consistently recommends is herbal tea, especially green tea. Unlike coffee, green tea contains a unique compound called L-theanine, which helps the brain feel calm and focused at the same time. So instead of pushing the brain into overdrive, it promotes balanced alertness. On brain scans, this matters. Calm, focused brains tend to show healthier blood flow patterns than overstimulated ones. Green tea is also rich in polyphenols and antioxidants, which help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, one of the drivers of cognitive aging. And for people who are sensitive to caffeine, Dr. Amen often suggests herbal teas like chamomile, peppermint, or rooibos as a way to stay hydrated without triggering anxiety or sleep problems. In other words, this isn't about quitting habits. It's about choosing drinks that work with your brain, not against it. And there's one drink Dr. Amen calls even more important than tea, because without it, none of the others really work. Drink number 2, water.
Your body is 70% water. Your brain is 80% water. And if you're just dehydrated by 2%, you get confused and you get clumsy and you're not as strong. So regularly drinking water, and I have to tell you, my favorite is sparkling water. I just like it. And I get stevia from Sweet Leaf's company, no financial interest. Put in a couple of drops of chocolate stevia. Love it. Completely happy, no calorie. I'm a value spender.
Now, if plain water feels boring, Dr. Amen has a simple solution. Don't force yourself. Upgrade it. Final drink recipe that will boost your brain by Dr. Amen.
Drink this water, sparkling water, water flavored with slices of fruit, oranges or coconut water, pears or tangerines or blueberries, and it's like vacation water. Well, you can do that at home.
Dr. Amen's brain smoothie that he drinks every lunch. He starts with 1 cup of frozen organic blueberries, rich in antioxidants that support memory and protect brain cells from aging. He chooses organic because non-organic berries often carry higher pesticide residues. Next, he adds his neurogreens, built around leafy greens and brain-supportive mushrooms like lion's mane and reishi, which help with neuroplasticity, blood flow, and stress resilience. Then comes his Bright Minds blend, supporting brain chemicals with nutrients like choline, omega-3 fats, and turmeric, all linked to better focus and emotional balance. To boost energy, he adds Peak Energy, targeting how the brain makes ATP. You can get similar support from foods rich in B vitamins and magnesium, like avocado, pumpkin seeds, and dark leafy greens. He finishes with clean protein powder for stable energy and neurotransmitter support, and half a cup of water so everything can actually reach the brain. It's not about a product, it's about a formula. Berries, greens, healthy fats, clean protein, minerals, and water. If you want what Dr. Amen recommends as top foods for
Where what's happening inside your gut might shock you. What if one simple drink, something you could make in your own kitchen, had the potential to support your brain, improve your focus, and even make your mind feel younger in just 2 months? It sounds unbelievable at first. In a world filled with expensive supplements, complicated routines, and endless advice, the idea that one small daily habit could have such a powerful impact almost feels too simple to be true. But sometimes, the most powerful changes don't come from complexity. They come from consistency and from understanding how your body actually works. A leading brain health expert recently shared something that caught a lot of attention. Instead of recommending another pill or high-tech solution, they pointed towards something far more natural. A daily drink. Just 1 cup a day. According to their observations and growing research in the field of gut and brain health, this simple habit can support memory, improve mental clarity, and help your brain function more efficiently over time. And the most surprising part is, this isn't something rare or difficult to find. It's made from ingredients that have been used for centuries, yet most people ignore them completely in their daily lives. Take a moment and think about your own experience. How often do you forget small things? Maybe you walk into a room and suddenly can't remember why you went there. Maybe you lose your train of thought in the middle of a conversation. Or perhaps you sit down to focus on something important, only to feel your mind drifting within minutes. These moments might seem normal, especially in today's fast-paced world. But they are often early signals that your brain is under more pressure than you realize. Most people blame age, stress, or lack of sleep. And while those factors do play a role, they are not the full story. There is something deeper happening inside your body, something that many people overlook completely. Your brain is not working in isolation. It is part of a larger system, and one of the most important parts of that system is your gut. Inside your digestive system lives a complex community of microorganisms known as the gut microbiome. This ecosystem is made up of trillions of bacteria, both good and bad, constantly interacting with each other and with your body. For a long time, scientists believed that the gut's main job was digestion. But recent research has revealed something much more interesting. Your gut is in constant communication with your brain through a network often referred to as the gut-brain axis. This connection allows signals to travel back and forth between your gut and your brain. It influences how you feel, how you think, and even how your brain processes information. In fact, a large portion of the chemicals responsible for your mood including serotonin, are produced in your gut. That means your emotional state, your mental clarity, and your overall cognitive function are all deeply connected to what's happening in your digestive system. Now here's where things start to become concerning. Modern lifestyles are not designed to support this delicate balance. Every day, people consume processed foods filled with artificial ingredients, preservatives, and high levels of sugar. These substances don't just affect your waistline, they disrupt the balance of bacteria in your gut. When harmful bacteria begin to outnumber the beneficial ones, it creates a condition known as dysbiosis. Dysbiosis leads to inflammation inside the body, and inflammation is one of the biggest hidden threats to brain health. It can interfere with the way your brain cells communicate, slow down your thinking, and reduce your ability to focus. Over time, chronic inflammation can even contribute to long-term cognitive decline. This is why so many people experience brain fog, low energy, and difficulty concentrating without understanding the real cause behind it. But here's the good news. Your body is incredibly adaptable. The same system that can be damaged can also be supported and improved. And this is where that simple daily drink comes into the picture. Instead of trying to fight the problem with complex solutions, it focuses on supporting your body naturally, starting from the gut. This drink is built around 3 key ingredients: green tea, ginger, and turmeric. Each of these has been studied for its potential health benefits, and each plays a unique role in supporting both gut and brain function. When combined, they create a powerful blend that works with your body rather than against it. Green tea is rich in antioxidants, particularly compounds known as catechins. These antioxidants help protect your brain cells from oxidative stress, which is one of the main factors behind aging. By reducing this stress, green tea can help maintain better brain function over time. It also contains a small amount of caffeine, which can improve alertness and focus without the intense spikes and crashes associated with stronger stimulants. Ginger, on the other hand, is well known for its digestive benefits. It helps soothe the gut, reduce inflammation, and support the overall balance of your microbiome. A healthier gut environment means better communication with your brain, which can lead to improved mental clarity and reduced feelings of fatigue. Ginger also has antioxidant properties, adding another layer of support to your system. Then there's turmeric, a golden-colored spice that has gained significant attention in recent years. The active compound in turmeric, known as curcumin, has been studied for its anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Some research suggests that curcumin may support brain health by helping to protect neurons and improve overall cognitive function. While it's not a miracle cure, it can be a valuable addition to a balanced approach to health. When you combine these 3 ingredients into one drink, you create something that supports your body on multiple levels. It helps reduce inflammation, supports digestion, and provides nutrients that your brain can benefit from. And the best part is, it's simple. No complicated steps, no expensive products, just a natural habit that you can maintain every day. Now imagine what happens when you do this consistently. Not for a few days, but for weeks. Your body begins to adapt. The environment inside your gut starts to improve. Inflammation begins to decrease, and as a result, your brain starts to function more efficiently. Many people report feeling more focused, more alert, and more mentally clear after building this habit over time. But it's important to stay realistic. This is not an instant transformation. Your body needs time to respond, just like negative habits take time to cause damage. Positive habits take time to create improvement. That's why consistency is more important than intensity. 1 cup a day, every day, can be far more effective than occasional bursts of effort. At the same time, this drink should not be seen as a replacement for a healthy lifestyle. It's a support tool, not a complete solution. Your diet still matters. The quality of your sleep still matters. Your stress levels still matter. All of these factors work together to influence your overall health. But when you combine them with small, positive habits like this one, the results can become much more noticeable. Think about it this way. Every day, you are either supporting your body or placing more stress on it. Every meal, every habit, every choice contributes to the direction your health is moving. And while big changes can feel overwhelming, small changes are manageable. They are easier to maintain, and over time, they add up. Your brain is constantly changing. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that your brain can adapt and reorganize itself based on your experiences and habits. That means it's never too late to start making better choices. Even small improvements in your daily routine can have a positive impact on how your brain functions over time. Unfortunately, many people ignore these opportunities. They wait until problems become serious before taking action. By that time, it becomes much harder to reverse the damage. But you don't have to wait for that moment. You can start now with something simple. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Notice how you feel after you eat. Notice your energy levels, your focus, your mood. These are all signals. They are your body's way of communicating with you. And when you start listening, you can begin to make choices that support your health rather than work against it. The connection between your gut and your brain is one of the most powerful systems in your body. When it's functioning properly, it can support clarity, energy, and overall well-being. But when it's disrupted, it can create confusion, fatigue, and discomfort. The difference often comes down to daily habits. So the next time you think about improving your health, don't just focus on extreme solutions. Start with something simple, a small habit that you can maintain, a choice that supports your body instead of stressing it. Because in the long run, those small choices are the ones that make the biggest difference. And if you're serious about taking control of your health, about improving your focus, your energy, and your mental clarity, then it's time to start paying attention to what's happening inside your body. Because that's where real change begins. Your gut and your brain are connected in ways most people don't fully understand. But now you have an idea of how powerful that connection can be. The question is, what will you do with that knowledge? If you want to learn more about how to support your body, improve your gut health, and protect your brain over time, then make sure you stay connected. Because the more you understand your body, the better decisions you can make. Subscribe to the Gut Protocol and start building habits that support your health before it's too late.